Hello, my name is Jim Olson, and this is a video on the Bible Gateway reference tagging tool. The Bible Gateway is a widely used program for looking up Bible passages and all kinds of information about the Bible. It's been around a long time, and they provide a nice tool for web page authors. In this video, I'll show how to transform all plain text scripture references on a web page into hyperlinks to the appropriate Bible passage from BibleGateway.com. That is, when the user hovers on a Bible reference, for example, John 3:16, a tooltip will pop up showing the Bible passage. And here's an example. So this is a web page I made titled The Kingdom of God. Maybe I'll make this just a little bit bigger here, just a second. And on this web page, I have a number of Bible passages. And here's the first one. If you hover on Mark 1, 14 and 15, it shows you Mark 1, 14 and 15. And I have a number of other ones here. Here's a little bit longer one, Matthew 13, 1 through 52. If it's real long, it won't fit all in the window, but in each case, you can always hit more, and it jumps you over to Bible Gateway where you can look at the entire passage. So this is an example of how this is going to work. A tooltip, if you're not familiar with that term, it's very widely used in computers. For example, up here, if I hover on this, it shows you the web page I'm going to jump to. So a tooltip is a little pop-up that gives you more information. You don't click it, you just hover. This is not a difficult process, but I did find it to be a little bit tricky. And the first time I tried to make this video, I ran into a snag. So hopefully it's going to work better this time. I will tell you what the snag is. All the information you need is here at the Bible Gateway page called Bible Gateway Reference Tagging Tool. And of course, they have some examples here. And here's how it's going to work. You're going to copy and paste some code, and you're going to be putting it in the body of the web page before the end body tag. And the code is right down here, which we're going to be copying and pasting, and I'll show you how to do that in this video. So this isn't going to be a long video. I'm going to demonstrate it using WordPress with the block editor. Then I will demonstrate, and you might want to just stop the video at that point. You may be seen enough. Then I'll demonstrate the process with the WordPress Classic Editor, and then I will demonstrate it with Microsoft Expressions. So let's do the demonstration. I'm going to jump over to my WordPress site. So here's my WordPress site. I am logged in, and I'm going to go to the dashboard, and I'm going to add a new page. Add new page. And I think I will call this an outline of the Christmas story. Let me start typing here. Outline of the Christmas story. And maybe we'll begin with the genealogy of Jesus. And maybe I'll make that a heading 3. And maybe I'll have 2 links here. First of all, Matthew 1, 1 through 17. And maybe this is going to be a list here. Let's get a list. And the second one is going to be Luke 3:23 to 38. Okay, now we're about ready to have the magic happen. So we'll come back to the page from Bible Gateway, and we're going to copy our text here, or copy our code with Control C. And we're going to come back here, and I need to edit the code. So how do I edit the code? I'm going to use the meatball menu. It's this meatball menu right here. It's not this one for the browser, and it's not this one for the outline. But right here, I'm using the visual editor right now. I need to go to the code editor. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and I'm going to paste that in there. And I'm going to get this published and saved right away before anything goes wrong. So I'm going to publish, and that may take a couple of seconds. And I'm going to want to test it right away. Right down here is view page. Always want to check to make sure that it's working properly. So here's our web page, and it looks like it is working. By the way, these are not just tooltips, but they're also clickable. The other comment I'll make here real quick, you can pick your own version. I'm using the New International Version, but if you would want to use some other version, you can. For example, here's the ESV, and you see that it changes the code, and you would copy and paste this in. All right, I'm going to edit the page here a little bit more and see if this crashes. So I'm going to go to edit page. And I'm going to come back to the visual editor. Here's the visual editor. And I'm going to paste in here something. And let me do the same for the Luke passage. And let's save and test. View page. And in fact, it did crash. Good. Sometimes with computers, you want to try to break it and then figure out how you can fix it. So these are no longer working here. So let me show you how to fix it, because this has been an ongoing problem. So first of all, I'm going to get rid of this classic. I'm going to convert this to blocks. I think it's better to be all in blocks or all in classic. All right, so I'm going to come over to my code editor. And what has happened here is WordPress has put in some breaks here. So I'm going to get rid of the breaks. And you can do a find in page if you want. In fact, maybe I'll do that. So Control F for find in page, and I'm going to search for the break tab, and it shows 4 times. Now, you were not going to necessarily delete all of them, but in this case, they're all down here in my script. And if we notice back here in this script, there are no break tabs. So some little demon of Satan or something has put in some breaks here. So I'm going to delete these. And I'm going to save. And we're going to test it. And lo and behold, it's working again. All right. If someone knows a workaround so that WordPress doesn't automatically put some breaks in there, you can put it in the comments. It would be appreciated. Okay, now we've shown this. First of all, with the block editor. Now I'm going to show it with the classic editor. It's going to be basically the same process. So I'm here at my website, and if we come to the dashboard, I believe to use the classic editor, you need to have the plugin for the classic editor. The classic editor is what we had in the beginning before they went to the block editor. And here's the classic editor, and I have that installed and it's active. So let me come over to my pages. And when I get to the outline of the Christmas story, I'm going to not edit it with the block editor, but edit with the classic editor. And this is a different interface, and you've got all your tools right here. And I'm kind of breaking one of my rules here. I think you should either decide to do it with all blocks are all classic, but for the purposes of this video, I'll break my own rule. So the next step here, it would be the angel Gabriel appears to Mary. So let's put that in here. And this right here was heading 3. I want this to be heading 3 also. And this is going to be Luke 1:26-38. Okay, so let's say that you're using the classic editor and you did not have the code, this code pasted in there into the code. There's the visual editor here, and there's the text editor. And so you would come down to the bottom and you would paste it in right here. And I can see that it's already pasted in and the breaks aren't there. Good. All right, so that's good. And so I'm going to update the page here. And I'm going to check to make sure it works. Murphy's Law, if anything can go wrong, it will. So I'm going to view page. And it looks like this tooltip works. And my new one here also works. Fantastic. So now let me do the process using Microsoft Expressions. Okay, here I am at Microsoft Expression Web 4, and this is a free download. So I'm going to make a new page, and it's just going to be an HTML page. And I have the split view right now, which is kind of nice. Let me see the views here. Under the view menu for view page, you can have the design. That's the WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. You can look at the code alone, or you can do the split view, which shows both. So let's say I'm going to make a web page here for 20 reasons to believe in God. And let's make this a heading 1 here. And the first reason is that God is the creator. And let's have our link be Genesis 1:1. All right, before you get too carried away, I think it's a good idea to save this. And I think I'm going to just put it in the temp subdirectory for right now. So I'm going to save that. And now we got to do the magic here. So let's go back to our code and get that copied. So we're going to copy this and then come back to Microsoft Expressions. And I'm going to put it right up here in the code before um, I certainly wouldn't want to put it inside the ordered list. You want to put it right before the end body text. So I'm going to paste it there. All right. So let's check it out here. Let's save this and see if we can view it. So let's come over to a new web page and let's navigate to where it is on the hard drive. C colon. It's in the temp subdirectory. 20 reasons to believe. And here it is. And let's see if our tooltip is working. It is. All right. Very good. This has been a video on the Bible Gateway reference tagging tool. I hope this video was helpful. And if you have not yet had an understanding of Jesus Christ, to have faith in Jesus Christ, I encourage you to check out the Bible and the gospel story or go to your local church. Have a great day.